Morning, everybody. It's the 6th of April. We are Signal Centre Talking Ball. Joe Neighbour, Ian Coleman and Steve O'Hare. Morning, guys.
Morning all.
How are we?
All good.
Yeah, good.
Nice weekend.
Better than Boris, I imagine.
Yeah.
Mind you, he's not looked well for a while, has he?
Yeah, a few
Poor bugger.
years.
Yeah. Been carrying COVID for 2 years, has he?
Well, no, he just hasn't
Carrying
looked well.
the nation for 2 years.
Yeah. Obviously, wish him well. Yeah, cracking weekend. Despite the fact we couldn't go anywhere, the weather was lovely.
You've managed to have a haircut.
I got a haircut. Yeah, sharp.
Oh, nice. That's sort of the benefits of having a hairdresser in the
wife.
house.
Yeah, she actually asked if I wanted a haircut, which has never happened before. Normally, I have to beg her to get one.
She's that bored.
Yeah. My son had all his hair cut off as well.
I trimmed Connor's up a bit as well. I took him down to half at the sides and the back.
Cool.
So
yeah, she might be out of a job at this rate. The way people are uploading images to Facebook of haircuts.
Yeah.
Do some reasonable jobs.
I think she's going to be extremely busy when we get out.
I'm way ahead of my time. Hair is surplus to requirements, mate.
Okay, so Friday was non-farm payroll day. Obviously a big drop a big shock on the numbers, which wasn't expected according to the estimates, but I think most of us thought it would be a lot worse than what the numbers were suggesting. It was our 100th episode on Talking Ball, so we were trying to lock in some big winners as a result of that, and we had all three of us actually had winning trades. We had a 1.9R win on Aussie CAD, a 0.43 win on CAD Yen, and a 0.73 win on Sterling Swiss. So overall, that's put our P&L at just a tiny new high.
Nice.
70.58% over 100 episodes. So just over 0.7 R per episode we are averaging.
Not bad.
Pretty good value for money, isn't it?
I wouldn't kick that out of bed.
Well, it is, considering you don't pay for it. Really good value for money.
Yeah, so very pleased with that. So I don't know if anybody's looking at anything today. We've got a reasonable risk-on move this morning across markets by the looks of things.
Yeah.
Are we fading this, or are we believing that there's going to be a bit more of a bounce?
I think it's a bit of a fade myself.
I think it's a fade. I don't know what the timing is on it. It's I think you just got to get the timing right on these markets. This could go miles without being bullish.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Is anybody looking at anything?
I'll run for the FX if you want quickly.
Yeah, go on then.
Go on
in. We'll have a quick look at the basket charts first. Dollar looks like a corrective channel, just up from this 161.8% fib, so I think that's going to move lower. Not a lot different from last week, really. A wedge formation, we just hit the top. We're seeing a move down in euro first thing this morning, but I think the bias is to break higher. Sterling's can't really get a take on sterling. Maybe selling a rally up around here, sort of a move back in.
So the strong move on against yen this morning.
Yeah. And then dollar Swiss obviously is quite similar to euro, so sort of in a wedge formation that should break higher. And yen, now yen's had a really decent, that was a previous swing high there, and it was near 61.8% fib. I was actually trying to catch yen weakness up around here, but it's really moved quite aggressively lower on the back of stocks moving to the upside. So yes, you sort of using that correlation. I think that euro dollar has got limited downside. This was a previous swing low here, 107.78, and then we've got this 78.6% fib at 107.45. We've also got a 13 count on the 4-hour chart that highlights a stop at 107.35. So that would be my trade of the week, really, but not trade of the day from where it stands at the moment. I'm actually looking at Aussie yen to sell it. So we've got a confluence area here, fib confluence area, and we've seen a move to the downside. Normally the moves are a lot more aggressive and attack this 61.58, 78.6% fib. So even though it's counter to what we're talking about, and we're sort of talking about fading moves in stocks, I think I'm going to fade a move in Aussie yen. So I'm going to look for a move to the downside today because it offers quite decent risk reward. So I'm looking to sell Aussie yen at 66.13, targeting 61.60. It's quite a decent stop actually, 100 tick stop, 4.61 R.
Cool. Steve, you looking at
Hope
anything?
so.
No, you go.
Cheers, pal. Okay.
I'm looking at Dow at the moment.
I've got a couple of things on my radar this morning, one of which was Aussie dollar and the other was sterling Swiss.
Just sell it.
Yeah. So this was the daily chart on sterling Swiss. So the latest sort of move lower. It's had a retracement higher in and around about 38.2%. It has overshot that a little bit, but potential for limited upside there, given the strength of the rally that we've seen over the last week or so, or beyond. Looking on the intraday charts, I'm looking to sell it on our intraday stuff up here at 127 to 121.75. But looking lower down, I can see a bit of a level there at 20.38, which could be a reasonable level to sell. So I'm going to try and jump in ahead of that and fade that move that we've seen today. Going to place sell now at 20.22, stop above the high at 20.94, and going to target a reasonable retracement. I'm not sure we'll get all of this today, but let's just see. Let's go down there. 16.50. Entry 22. Stop 94. 5R, 5.2R. See if we can get the week off to a decent start. Obviously, I think we need some sort of catalyst to drop it down there on an intraday basis, but you never know. You've got to be in it to win it. So let's
manufacturing
see
figures this morning, haven't we?
Happens. We have got some manufacturing. Yeah, PMI, construction PMI at 9:30. That's my trade of the day.
Well done. Right. Let's have a bash at this. I'm going to look at US stocks just I'll run through what I think in commodities. We've had a sort of like a bit of a push to the upside, oil, crude, bit of hope for sorting things out. Trump obviously trying to be a peacemaker and trying to get people to talk about squeezing these numbers higher in oil. It doesn't really work for a lot of oil producers. The price per barrel down here. So that's had a little break to the upside. A few buy triggers on the 4-hour chart in oil. We've still got this gap way back from the 6th of March. So that's the, I think sort of like initially we'll look to target this resistance around $35, $36 on US crude. And then obviously the gap is at $41. Still under pressure is copper. We may get a little bit of a retest of this horizontal trend line around 223.50 to 224. I'm looking to sell around there on a short-term intraday trade. Gold had a decent move to the upside, a little bit of supportive buying coming into gold. We've got a 1645 level, which a break of there should retest the 1700 highs. I'm not sure whether we're ready for that now or not, but trying to buy a dip this morning to target there. And silver, a little bit of triangle formation as well, ascending triangle formation, and that level is 1470 to 75. A break of there should see an extended move higher. VIX is down. So again, think about the safe haven. Commodities will become more of a safe haven, or sorry, gold and silver will become more of a safe haven as this drifts lower. But like you say, we've got a bit of a risk on move in the equities. Quite interesting. Got this long-term, well, saying it's long-term, it's since late Feb trend line, downward trending resistance. We've broken above it this morning and also broken above the Ichimoku cloud. This is a 4-hour chart in the Dow, so that's positive for stocks. We're looking to target around about this 22,500, just above their level. There's also a trend line comes in a bit shy of that. Nasdaq, similar sort of price formation. Again, looking to target a move up to 79, all the way up to 8,000. So big numbers here in the stocks. S&P, same sort of move. We've broken above this downward trending resistance. Didn't really look at, yeah, same in DAX basically. You're getting these sort of formations almost similar to inverse head and shoulders. I don't really want to draw it in right now, but this may be the one to watch in the S&Ps. As an inverse head and shoulders, keep your eyes on this. Just draw it quickly. Would be a complex one because so that sort of signifies a break of 26.25 could confirm that inverse head and shoulders, and that would mean a move to the upside of around 3,100. That'd be nice into this resistance area here. So we're
about 78.6 retracement as well, would it?
Let's bring that daddy home.
What up?
Just shy of it. Yep, lovely. So that's potential. I'm sort of thinking, I thought about the stocks over the weekends. Initially, they were sort of like negative after Friday's close, and they fought back really strongly. So being a bear, I'm going to sort of like stand aside at the moment on them from a personal perspective, but quite happy to, from a bull, gun to the head bull challenge, get along of it.
There was a few articles over the weekend about sentiment being at rock bottom.
Yeah, people sort of seem
and
to,
that often is a buy signal, I think.
Yeah, people
when
want
you start
to
seeing it in the papers like that.
Yeah, they sort of want to ignore the bad news. Bad news just sort of blends into itself. 25.92 in long S&Ps at 25.92. We'll be going for 29.92. Nice, and the stop on that trade will be 24.42. Is that? No, that's too far away. Let's bring it under the cloud, 24.82. Oh.
All very
Still
sensible,
a long way,
Steve.
That's a bit too sensible for me. Not happy with that.
Leave it.
The stop has got to be sort of like 25.90 or something like that. That's what I keep thinking. So yeah, that's me.
Okay, nicely done. So news-wise, we had a decline very sharply in the payrolls as we touched on up the at the start, 700,000 for March, increasing fears over the US outlook. Although markets this morning have opened up on the front foot, so shrugging that off a little bit. Maybe all of it was priced in to a point. Some slowing in the numbers in Italy and Spain from what I saw over the weekend, particularly in the death rate. I think they had 3 consecutive days of a drop in the death rate in Italy, which suggests that they might have peaked, which may be filtering through into the stocks today. Have any of you guys got any thoughts on that?
Germany's supposed to have picked up a bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think, but you know, they're sort of like a little bit behind the curve or whatever. But I just saw a headline this morning saying it's picked up, so that sort of won't be taken as good news.
No. Oil prices are on the rise today, despite the fact that OPEC has cancelled or postponed its meeting.
Yeah, I saw a few bits on that today as well. The Saudi Arabia delays setting May prices and it's delaying the release of its international crude selling prices by 5 days.
Okay.
So up to some skullduggery, no doubt.
Indeed. And as Ian mentioned, we have UK construction PMI today at 9:30. We're expected to see a fall to 47 on that. So keep an eye on your sterling crosses if you are trading those this morning. Anybody got anything else to add? I can't really see much else.
Yeah, Trump at the weekend said he could slap very substantial tariffs on oil imports if prices stay low, but he does not expect he will need to, since neither Russia nor Saudi Arabia, which are locked in an oil price, would benefit from continued low prices. So, yeah, Trump sort of like trying to find ways of kicking that oil back up.
Yeah.
He's long, isn't he?
Well,
he's sort of his eyeballs in it.
He just needs it to be higher, doesn't he? So he'll try whatever he can. Can't fight the market.
No, don't fight the Fed.
You're saying that all 4 of the European worst hit countries reported declines over the weekend. So what's that? Italy, France, Spain. What's the 4th one? UK.
Germany? UK.
Germany definitely was up. I saw the headline. So
yeah,
I don't
UK.
know. Yeah, okay. All sorted now then.
Seems that way, doesn't it? I think obviously you're going to get
party soon.
Bloody hope so.
Yeah, we're missing it, aren't we?
Indeed.
Although the weekend was nice, just chilling in the garden.
Yeah.
If you've got a garden, it's handy.
I was one of the half the male population that his wife's got him to paint something at the weekend, I think.
Oh, my wife does the painting in our house.
Oh, Jesus.
Do you keep sort of like messing it up on purpose?
Yeah, exactly. Doing that for years.
Can you cut that in?
Won't ask me to do that again, will you?
We're giving away our trade secrets. Hope the wives don't watch this.
Right, let's wrap it up then, guys.
Right.
We'll try and do some more content later if we can come up with some ideas and speak to you all again soon.
Cheers.
Yeah, enjoy.
Bye-bye.
See you later.